I swear, I really need a personal assistant to keep me on track and to keep me focused. Ideally, one that travels with me and stuff. Okay, so if we could get like some sort of I really need my Jarvis because I'd rather it not be an actual person because I've got to be able to protect my energy at times. Some sort of robotic interface that a real person could be interacting with me through would be cool. But let's say that we're currently playing X-Men. I wake up to the fact that I am Professor Xavier in this moment, though I do identify with others, but right now I'm in Xavier mode, switching back and forth between different modes, but I'm Xavier mode and then Jean Grey. And by the way, one of my names is Jean, so there you go. Anyways, I'm struggling to stay focused. So I am currently in savant mode. I am undiagnosed by, well, I don't know. I'm confused about whether I'm undiagnosed or not because technically I was told verbally on the phone that yes, we'll take care of this because I was talking about I want to go back to school for my doctorate, but I need accommodations because sometimes I just need to do things differently or I need space. I need quiet certain times of day. That there are needs that I have that I'm now finally able to articulate. I first became aware of my own challenges. I knew I was different from a very early age, but I first became aware of my challenges, consciously aware, in the 10th grade when I started realizing that I was having trouble doing things that normally I could do. See right now, I'm getting distracted, but okay, so I've got a piece of paper and a pen, and I'm trying to brain dump. Video telling American Gods channeling story. It's one of my most intense channeling episodes. Recently, it was for at least 8 to 12 hours. It was like I shifted to a different reality in which I woke up to my role. And in it, I was surprised but delighted to wake up and remember that in this version of American Gods, in this version of the universe, this multiverse, that I am Selene. And once I identified who I was and one or two other relationships with me, the rest started to unfold. So I identified that I was Selene, and then suddenly the story started coming to me that I was Selene, who had been pretending had been serving as a decoy by kind of pretending to be multiple things in one, Jehovah, Gaia, and so on. And while deeply connected to all of those things, I had been serving as a decoy in order to keep attention away from the real Zeus, because Zeus is sick and needs help, and we don't want anyone to know that Zeus is sick. In this dream, I identified the identity of my brother Apollo. Selene is a twin. I identified, I assigned values, the value being which character in this story, if, X plus Y equals Z. Okay, X plus Y equals Z. Okay, but first, if we're in American Gods, X plus Y equals Z. Okay, if we're going to say X equals me, Carol. We're going to say Y equals, I need to learn math because I know that this is okay. Okay, me plus American Gods. There's other variables. No wonder God told me I needed to learn music and math, because I can feel the equation. I can feel the equation. I can see the equation in my mind, but I don't know how to write it out. But I can say it like this: if we're in American Gods, and I wake up knowing that I'm Celine, which I did. That's what the channel says. It's like, okay, I know this is me right here. How do I relate to the others? I know what my story is, so I can start to unravel it. I'm serving as a decoy. I know my soul, so I know what and who I would choose to do. So for instance, in this channeling experience, I wake up knowing that I'm Celine, that Adam Apollo is my brother Apollo. I mean, yeah, let's just go with a name or whatever, or, that's what I sense. I would say that's my hunch. So I know that I'm Celine. I'm pretty freaking sure that in this version, Adam Apollo would be my brother Apollo. Carl would be Zeus, sick Zeus, who I'm trying to protect. I have various friends. I identified various friends as Hermes, as Hera, as Athena, as there was one friend, and I don't know exactly what it was, but I identified them as Messiah, as in like someone that speaks prophecies and stuff like that, but also someone that has been through, etc. But getting past that, it was an amazing experience to basically wake up in a different reality, so to speak. I may have been the only one in that reality at that time, but I was Celine. I was Celine. I was pulling Celine into this realm and bringing me in. And I think what God's telling me right now is that I need to pull in. I need to consciously pull in the energy and beings that I need to help with what I'm working on. In order to be able to pull in those things, I have to be able to imagine it. I have to be able to visualize it. So picturing, okay, like if I'm trying to tap in to source level knowledge, I need to picture myself as source. I need to picture myself as Jehovah. I could picture myself in relationship to, and then speak with. However, it's almost always better to go direct to source. So let's say that I'm not in American Gods anymore, that right now I'm putting myself into, whatever biblical thing I've got. Okay, if in this reality I am Jehovah, then Carl is my Gabriel and Alex is my Michael. If in this reality Alex is my Jehovah, I am his Gaia, and Carl would be like, I don't know how to say it, but he would be a thing. Do you see what I mean? If in this reality Carl is my Jehovah, I am Gaia, and Alex is, he's still probably Michael, but could be something else. If we were in King Arthur, I am usually Guinevere, Carl is King Arthur, and Alex is Lancelot. But sometimes I'm King Arthur. Sometimes I'm King Arthur, and Carl is Guinevere, and Alex is Lancelot. If we're back in Egyptian times, Alex is Caesar, I am Cleopatra, and Carl would be Mark Antony. So can you begin to see how if you place yourself in a story and begin to create relationships between these different variables, once you've done that several times and you start to see the patterns, you can more quickly find each other in future things.